This movie is one small step for Hollywood and one giant leap for Ryan Gosling's acting career. First Man, directed by Damien Chazelle, the man that directed Whiplash and La La Land. This movie stars Ryan Gosling as Neil Armstrong, Claire Foy as Janet Armstrong, his wife. Jason Clarke plays Edward Higgins White, who is another astronaut in the movie. Kyle Chandler plays Deke Slayton, who is the superior at NASA that keeps an eye on everything on the ground. Corey Stoll plays Buzz Aldrin, the second astronaut to walk on the moon. And then you have Olivia Hamilton playing Patty White, Jason Clarke's wife in the movie. This movie is basically the story about how Neil Armstrong became the first astronaut to walk on the moon, that journey of Neil Armstrong becoming the iconic astronaut that walks on the moon, and saying that iconic phrase, one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. You see Neil Armstrong going through all the training to become an astronaut, the G-force training, going through the simulations in order to get ready to go up to the moon and everything. This movie was really good. I really did like this movie. Ryan Gosling, I thought, did a pretty good job as Neil Armstrong. Claire Foy is excellent in the movie as his wife. I really did like her in the film, especially in that scene where she gets mad at NASA when she's really worried. When Neil Armstrong is going out in one of the practice missions, she is really worried that he may not come back, and that is done so well. I really did like Claire Foy in this film. Jason Clarke, I thought, was really good in the movie too. Kyle Chandler is really good as Deke Slayton, who is the superior in the movie at NASA. Corey Stoll, I thought, was very good as Buzz Aldrin. I think he provides some of the comic relief in this movie, which is pretty funny. I'm wondering, was this how Buzz Aldrin was back then in the 1960s? And finally, you have Olivia Hamilton playing Edward Higgins' wife in the movie. I thought she was pretty good, even though she doesn't get that much screen time. This movie does a very good job telling you about the man that Neil Armstrong is. You get to know his family, you get to know some of the problems that he went through when he was getting ready to go up on the moon, and you get to see the training that these astronauts went through and everything. I really did like this movie, but there are some problems, so let's get into the negatives. The main negative with this movie is, I really hate to say this, but Ryan Gosling's performance is not altogether that great, unfortunately. He's really doing the best he can with this movie, but a lot of times he just feels like he's Ryan Gosling and not like Neil Armstrong. I'm worried whether or not we were going to actually see the flag being planted on the moon. You do get to see the flag on the moon, but you don't get to see the iconic moment of them placing the flag on the moon. I guess they didn't want to make it feel all like it's American propaganda, but I don't see how you can not make it feel like this movie is American propaganda. I think it does go with the territory of making a movie like this, but I really did like this movie. Ryan Gosling, I think, does the best he can, and Claire Foy really does a great job. I can see her getting an Oscar nomination for Best Supporting Actress. I can see this movie getting Best Cinematography, and maybe Damien Chazelle getting a Best Director nomination. So overall, I really did like this movie. I'm going to give this movie a B+. It's definitely worth checking out. So go see First Man.